Hey guys, it's Equal here, and I'm gonna give my honest opinion about the only times Finka and Lion are only useful. So in my opinion, the only time Finka and Lion are useful is when Finka and Lion are used in the same match with like Twitch and everybody, because Twitch would distract them, and then what happens is when they're distracting, they would. Then Finka and Lion, Lion would do his thing, and then Finka would run in the room while Twitch is still doing her drone. Then they would run in there and then kill her. But then the only time they're not useful is when they're, what is it called? Like when they're not really together, because then Lion just by himself, and then like they won't have any extra health point, and then Finka can revive the guys if Lion runs in there, or if Lion does its thing and then they all run in there, it's not really gonna work, because then if one gets wounded, Finka can heal them. Finka's not like gonna be like as good without Lion. And then the biggest change with this update that just happened with Finka and Lion, they made it so like all the gameplay wouldn't work as well as it used to. So now when you play, you always like, cause now I don't know what the place is called, but it's like if you could see Finka's drone if the game didn't even start yet, so or Lion's drone if the game didn't start. So that's why it's not really as useful when you don't have it. Anyway, so it doesn't really matter because you can see his drone right off the bat. And then what also happens is, since they see his drone, then you know right off the bat before the game even started that they have a Lion. So that's why, and then you have to be ready for the Lion to appear out of nowhere.
Okay. Op 4, last operator standing. You will be detected if you remain
and then
in this area.
Vigil's nerf isn't gonna, and then Vigil's nerf, since his thing is so long, it's like, well, now it used to be 30 seconds, and now it's 12 seconds or something like that. So now it's more like, wow. And then it's more like, what is it, Calvira. And he used to be the top roamer because he could just roam around with his power on the whole time. So he was able to just free roam, and no drone would see him. So the only time for him to see him was when the only time seeing is when an actual different operator sees him. So that's why it's that's just one of the reasons. And then now, so like that's like Calvira, where she can just run around, except that drone can see Calvira instead. And then yeah, that's Vigil's nerf and the biggest change in the new updates. And the only time Finka and Lion are useful, in my honest opinion. Now I'm just gonna say how I play Rainbow Six Siege myself. So I always pick Sledge, Frost. I usually pick Sledge, Frost. I don't know what his name is, but the guy I used last round, which is Vigil, or not Blackbeard. I don't know what his name is. Jackal. Okay. And I usually use them because those are the guys I'm really good with. If someone, and then there's not really a giant, like, it's not huge out of, like, what's the odds of both of them being taken in one game? Because usually everybody picks the game that they're the operators are usually really good at. So I usually have the two guys that I'm really good at. And then if someone else picks them, either in game chat, I would say, can you please switch? Like I would tell them that, or something like that. And then, that's all. And then, I don't know, and then it's just completely different ever since Finka and Lion just started in the game randomly. They just came in, like it was a thing that they were going to come in. And then anyway, do you guys think it would be good if an RPG came into this game? I don't really, I've thought of it like plenty of times, but I don't know if it's even good to have something with an RPG. Because if you think about it, it's not really use. Because can already go through doors and things like that.
Secure the biohazard container.
You're gonna die.
Neutralize the threat. Op 4 last operator standing.
Yeah.
Op 4
And then-
eliminated.
Like, I don't really know, because then it just, ever since the update, the whole game changed. I've said that plenty of times, but that's because it actually really big, it was a big deal that everything changed. Because, I don't know, I forgot what I was gonna say about that part, but anyway, for us. So then, if you guys played the game for like a long time, like forever, because I did, like when it first came out, I started playing it. So there was a time where everyone used shotguns, which is because like they just all of a sudden became overpowered. Then they all had to nerf them. All the guys, like Clancy used to be the best one. It was Thermite, and then it was all these other guys. And then yeah, that was also a weird change, because now it's all just random guys are the best ones. Like Legion's the best one, and Calvera now, and Vigil. So all those multiple reasons. Now,
Barricade the room. We need to protect the biohazard container.
anyway, end of the video. I'm gonna, this is a family friendly channel. Well, yeah, bye guys.